crime fans.
Join us October 9th through 11th at
Crime Story Fest.
Crime Story Fest.
Crime Story Fest.
At the Doubletree Hilton on Boston's North Shore, Danvers, Massachusetts location.
Crime Story Fest. All things crime and mystery festival.
Come visit us at Crime Story Fest.
What else you got going on? What, you gonna watch another documentary on Netflix? Come on down to Crime Story Fest. Enjoy yourself. Have a good time. Meet some of your favorite podcasters, authors, experts. This October, Boston, be there.
Hi, and welcome to Danny After Dark. If you're new here, make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss a notification or a new episode. Tonight, Mr. Beckham will be joining me, and we'll be discussing everything Nancy Guthrie. There's a lot of updates that we've been talking about on the weekly True Crime and Chill, and day by day, there is more information and more questions. So, without further ado, let me bring in the man who is actually on time, Mr. Beckham.
Hey, Danny, how you doing?
You know, your energy is just electrifying and contagious tonight. How are you?
I'm good. Did you get new glasses? Look at you.
I am trying them out. They are a new pair they're supposed to be good for like blue light, like screen protecting. So
yeah.
We'll see. I'm not sure how I feel about them yet.
Like, are they supposed to help you sleep after the show?
No.
Well, no, I mean, like, you know, well, it's the blue light blocker, so it's like,
yeah,
you're not going to be like completely wired, like after the show, your eye, you know, when you look at your screen, because we all know you're going to go to your phone, and you're going to be on your phone, you're going to still be, so it defeats the purpose.
Yeah, so I mean, there was another YouTuber that I follow. I've actually followed for years and years and years and years from the like beauty community, Rosita Applebaum, and she suggested these recently in a video, and I was like, you know what? If she stands by them, let me try a pair. So we'll see how that goes tonight. This is my first time wearing them, and they're cute, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, I think you just wanted to match me wearing glasses, but that's what I think.
You're not on camera. How would I know?
I'm getting there. Calm down.
So
I'm trying to catch up with all the like news.
Yes, that is true. While Beckham is getting ready, so apologies for postponing. We were supposed to do this last night, but y'all, YouTube was crazy and it wasn't working for some. At first, mine was fine and Beckham's was down. And then mine went down. Some content creators that I follow that I knew were doing live shows, half of them they proceeded, and some I could see, some I couldn't. It was just all over the place. So me and Beckham were like, let's just push this till tomorrow. And we'll probably have more updates, which Beckham, wouldn't you know, another day, more updates and more questions.
Yeah, and there's been a couple of crazy bombs that launched that actually just went off today. Mm-hmm. I don't even think you know of one of them.
Well, it looks like I will be learning tonight too. So while you're getting settled in and getting ready to come on, because there's no way you're doing the show in Avatar, I'm telling you right now.
Hold on, I'm trying to do something. Yeah, go ahead, because I'm trying to do something really quick.
Clifford Crawford, hello. Tony Stewart, did hell freeze over Beckham is early? Tony, the fact that he was on time to me like is the equivalent of like 5 hours early for a show. I wouldn't expect this every week or any other time in the history of however long this show goes on. But at the end of the day, I'll take one.
Hey, this is like the second time in a row.
So yeah, if this is going to be a new thing, then I want to know who the hell are you and what did you do with the Mr. Beckham that I know?
Hey, you know that their government's hiding clonings of people, so I might have gotten cloned.
The world does not need another Beckham. Lord help us all. And I mean that as your friend, and I mean that sincerely. Let's see. Karen Diamond. Hi, Dean. You look lovely. Oh, thank you. And then she says, hello, Mr. Beckham. Hope you're both well. We are both doing well. Thank you, Karen Diamond. All Are you taking a deep sea diving course? James,
Damn, James, really?
coming in hot. You're not getting a star for that. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
No, I mean the glasses are fine. They're cool. I mean, they're only for like computer, right? They're not
Computer,
prescription.
phone, but they're not prescription. That's the thing. So I either wear contacts or my
Oh, that's
like,
right. You do
prescription
have,
glasses.
yeah.
And I don't have contacts in right now. So we'll see how this. So like it looks like I actually have vision, but I really don't. I'm just very much blind right now, to be honest. But that's okay. So I was supposed to do just a quick catch up. I'm still getting ready. I was supposed to do an interview on Monday with Kylie from Primetime Crime. She is one of my Crime Con podcast girlfriends. She is super sick and had to reschedule. So once I know that new date and time, I will let you know. So stay tuned for that. Next week, book club is on Tuesday night. And then I do have another interview with another podcast girlfriend next Thursday night. So stay tuned for that. And then beginning of March, I already have, it's going to be a 2-part interview that I did that is pre-recorded. So stay tuned for that. I will give more information once that gets closer. And that was a really, really amazing interview to do. I have nothing but like admiration and respect. And I'm like totally in awe of this gentleman that I got to interview. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Let's see where everybody is in the chat. Clifford Crawford. Oh, that was so Boston. Crawford coming in hot. So 18 days of nonstop nationwide coverage of Nancy Guthrie. And yet last year, oh no, that is, I can't argue that. And last year, over 5,000 Native American women disappeared and not a peep about even one in the national media. That is actually something that we have been talking about behind the scenes, along with Paul from the Paulcast, where he is from. There are a lot of missing Indigenous women. So that's one we have talked about that behind the scenes of how that something like that does not get much coverage, but yet this has. So you are spot on, Clifford. You are absolutely spot on in that. Let's see. Tony Stewart, no star for Watson. He is enough to last a lifetime. He doesn't think so, but we'll try. All right. So how are you doing, Beckham?
Good. I'm just kind of catching up on the stuff. Give me 1 second.
You're here. That's all I can ask for. All I can ask.
All right, Danny. So so
Beckham will be leading tonight's episode. He has been following this so much. He is definitely the expert on this more than me, to the point where he's giving me updates all day, every day. So we talked about this Friday, Beckham, during our True Crime and Chill.
But like so much has happened since Friday.
So much has happened since. So let's break it down. So fill us in. What's going on?
Yeah. So God, I mean, literally, actually, it was a slow Saturday, slow Sunday, and then Monday a little bit happened, and then really yesterday, yesterday just man, and today it's gotten crazy. So it slowed down over the weekend, and it picked up again over the beginning of the week. Everybody's hoping that something would have happened, arrest would have been made. I think Friday we talked about Friday we did talk about how the Pima, what's it called? The
FBI?
No, the Pima County Sheriff's Department, they had sent the sample,
some of the evidence to Orlando,
to Florida, and the FBI wanted it gone to their lab. I think that's where we left off on Friday, about the communication, that type of thing. So since then, they did send it to the lab. It came back. It was actually ran through the FBI database, right? To the FBI CODIS database, and in that database, I think I've shared so much information with you that I've kind of in my head, like there's like 6 million profiles, right? Criminal profiles in the CODIS database about that number, which is like, man, I don't know, like it's less than 10% of the population or something like, or what in the United States, in the United States, right? So, and yesterday, I believe it's yesterday, is when they, it came back that like there was no hit on the CODIS database system. So the case took a shot yesterday, and not for the positive, but because there was no hit, right? So now they're resorting to the type of what do you call it? The genealogy samples where they like Kohlberger, they kind of hit on the Kohlberger thing. And as of today, so much has happened today with that, in the sense of they've been trying to communicate or contact independent companies, trying to hit
like a
family member or something like the Brian Kohlberger case, right? So I know that's been going on behind the scenes. I think there's one company out of Texas that kind of does that, and various other companies. So we should hopefully hear back in the next couple of days if something as far as that goes. Okay. Now I've heard some expert in between, like, keeping up with everything. I've been trying to catch, like retired people, experts that were in the field that have actually done this type of work, this investigative type of work, to have more of that sense of the transfer of communication, transfer of information, of what could be going on behind the scenes, man. Like, wow, it's like the urgency is there, right? That's a good thing. The chances of them catching something on that is very, to be honest with you, it could be slim, because they did find evidence right at the crime scene, which that's what they're trying to get. But I mean, who's to say if anything comes back, it could be of a relative of the potential perk, right? So it's like, it could be, I mean, it could get even more difficult if something does come back. It might not be like on a platter, like, oh, here it is, boom, like this is this person. No, it could be a little bit more difficult.
It could be very like a distant fifth cousin.
Yes, correct. Yeah, that's what
which is still better than nothing.
Which is still better than nothing, but it just could take longer, right, to get to the answer. Now, with that said, I did see an interview this afternoon. I caught it really fast, of a retired female captain of a police department, but also is serving as like on some board or something like that, law enforcement board right now. And she was asked on the whim, hey, could you give us something, like, not necessarily about the case, but in your own opinion, what you think? And she honestly gave a 10-second answer about basically said, look, I'm puzzled. This thing could be, there could be anything. It could be anything. Meaning, it could have been somebody just trying to rob the house, somebody actually trying to kidnap her. Of course, the information has come out again, because it came out a week ago about, cartel, Mexico. That's resurfaced again today. Okay. So she threw in that as well. So it's just basically, you're talking about a high commanding officer within a police department, all the experience that she has, and even in retirement, she's kind of still active, right, in a role. So she basically said this could be anything. She had no answer, which is scary. I mean, kind of scary when you think about it. She had no answer to that. So, and I've been putting my stuff in my own, like, little experience I have, about.
Can I just add something?
Yeah.
So I was listening.
Oh yeah, go ahead at any time, man, because I got so much in my head that I'm trying to break it all down. But anytime, just come.
Like you said, a lot of professionals have been weighing in. I listened to the Real Crime Profile podcast. They've talked about this. Cheryl McCollum, Zone 7. So like all people in the field have been giving their, kind of take on this. I will say one of the most interesting theories that I heard, I was listening to Criminology today with Mike Ferguson and Mike Morford, who are staples at CrimeCon. Love them. And they covered that case this week. Their episode released on Saturday night. I was just catching up and listening to it today. Point being, Morph gives a very interesting theory that he had that I was like, oh my God, I never considered that. Because the intruder was in there for 41 minutes, right? that just doesn't make sense. When does that ever happen? His theory was that whoever it was disabled the ring cam up front,
Yeah.
then kind of hid away and saw, like, thinking maybe law enforcement will show up, and then realized after maybe 20
Ooh, it's
minutes,
a good
25
point.
minutes, no
Good
one's
point.
coming,
Kind of like,
then entered the
yeah.
house.
Yep. Good
And I
point.
was like, I never ever
I mean,
considered that.
that takes experience. That takes somebody that's
Mhm.
worked those types of cases, right? Yeah.
But
So
that's a
that's a good.
possibility.
Yeah. And also the
He's the only
backpack
one that
was,
mentioned that.
hey man, the backpack was full. Remember, it wasn't like an empty backpack. Like they were gonna like, you know, they were gonna take something, right? Or they were looking for something. The backpack of the potential suspect or the person in the video was like full, right? It
Mhm.
was like you could see it had like contents in it to where it stuck out a little bit. You know what I mean? So like you're right. That kind of adds to that. Hey, they were there for something else. You can't really say, right, because we don't know, but that type of thing. So and I real quick, Danny,
Yeah, no, please go
I
ahead. This
told
is you, all you
Tony
do.
Stewart, I'm sorry, Tony or Clifford has a good point. I want to come back to that point later because you and I talked about that,
Okay.
about the family member or disappearing and what would happen. Anyway, so but yeah, so again, like today, you know, I'm sorry, real quick, between you know, they've been having a lot of leads. Like now, I think it's a Friday. I said something between 15 to 30,000 tips. The FBI has its own unit. I'm pretty sure the sheriff's the sheriff's department's work. The Pima County Sheriff's Department is working them, helping them work them too. So now that's over 40,000, up to over 40,000 tips. And again, the Mexico the U.S. Mexico border and cartel came up today so much that just in the sense that as of today, the FBI did say, they confirmed that they have been in contact with Mexican authorities as a precaution, and they, if possible, they crossed the border with Nancy. Now, did it happen? They did check Border Patrol records of that evening into the next day or two, but it's possible that they could have crossed at a later time.
Yeah.
Okay, they could have left, and then of course that could be she could have been. They could have put her in the car, or they could have hit her. It's pretty. I crossed the border as of last May. It's easy to cross. Okay.
Mm.
It's easy to cross the border. Now, coming back is a different story. Okay. They really don't check you when you're crossing.
Interesting. I
They
was going
let
to
you
ask
just
that.
go. They let us go, and you're like, all right, go ahead. You're just, hi, how you doing? But when you're coming back, you got to provide documentation. Like it's really more strict when you're coming back. Complete. It's night and day between going and coming. Okay. So
Okay.
it would have been easy just to transfer her across if that happened, right? But they checked all the, you know, the border stuff, video and all that, for like 2 days, right, from the night or the early morning for a couple days. So, but they did confirm that, you know, that they did that as a precaution. Now again, TMZ, man, this afternoon, early afternoon,
I saw that.
everybody was just going crazy. Oh, they got another ransom, and this time it's been dabbed as highly sophisticated. This time, not the dumber the you know, dumber one, dummy down ones from like the weekend or the ones before. This one is again highly sophisticated ransom involving a cryptocurrency, not Bitcoin, so it's different. And the amount of the demand was similar to about $6 million. The same thing, it described consequences for non-payment. And then now I guess the reward is boosting up from previously a 100,000 reward for information on the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie has been upped another 100,000. So I believe it's now 200,000. So with that said, man, you got a lot of, like I said, a lot of retired, you know, professionals that have worked in this field as far as kidnappings and that kind of thing. And a lot of them are, I mean, a lot of them are going different directions. A lot of them are like just like saying he's not these people are not pros, but they could have been lucky. They could still be getting lucky right now. They don't feel it's a professional type of kidnapping still, even though this ransom letter was deemed sophisticated. I'm not sure if there's a strategy there or not, kind of like not take, like, hey, you're not serious, like, whatever, you're getting lucky, calling almost in a sense of calling them out, right? Because the Chris Nanos, the sheriff, I believe he came out today or yesterday and said, just let her go. Quote, there was a quote, he just said, just let her go. He's just emphasizing that it would just be benefit everybody long term. Of course, they talked about, if anything happens to her, you're talking, you've heard the death penalty, you've heard severe punishment, right, by everybody, FBI included. So they basically just said, look, just let her go. He made that plea either late yesterday or today. I'm not sure which one it was, but he did say that. So, again, man, so like the DNA is really what's kind of taken. Well, I don't want to say the Mexican border stuff above the DNA today, right? So because the DNA was yesterday, but still with the DNA, man, apparently they've cleared everybody, all family members, including Savannah Guthrie's siblings, their spouses, and others that I thought have been. I mean, hey, let's just put it out there. A lot of people thought certain people were suspects right off the bat, but apparently, according to the sheriff, Chris Nanos, everybody's been cleared. So, and he kind of went at the media a little bit, saying, haters.
No, not a little bit. He flat out did.
Yeah, well, yeah, haters are gonna hate and this and that, and the family's been through a lot. You guys should be more involved, more surrounding, spend your energy around the family, all of that kind of stuff. So
it could have been. It was not worded very professionally. But
right.
And again, that's what we've seen each time.
I'm gonna say stop hate. It sounds like a kid talking, right? Haters are gonna hate. It sounds like a college kid, like or something. Yeah. So basically, investigators have not ruled out an accomplice either. So let's kind of recap, man. The DNA came back negative. They're using the other independent companies for the other, kind of get a hit, a possible on like all the other all those genealogy website, databases, like right? Yeah.
They all do not have to comply, by the way.
There's all okay. So that's another thing that's going. You got to get permission. You got to make sure this is done the right way, Danny. Why? Why, Danny? Because if they arrest somebody for prosecution down the road, what has to happen? What hasn't happened?
Things have not, like any evidence from the scene, a judge is most likely going to toss because it's contaminated, because the crime scene was
coming
lifted
out,
off of basically off of being a crime scene. It was back open, and then after the fact, it was like, oh wait, and this happened several times.
And you've had different people coming onto the property in and out. Like
media could even go on to the porch.
All
when they released it, the media could go on the porch.
But lately, the last couple of days since Monday, different people. They've had they've had two people, law enforcement, escort somebody with a briefcase. I saw that on Monday. I've seen another like construction worker. I've seen the pool guys, go in. Like there's been several people since we talked about this on Friday that have been on the property, and nobody knows why, right? Now late today, it was, man, I was trying to follow it late this afternoon. The media was on the move to the sheriff's department. Possibly somebody might have taken a lie detector test. They might have issued a lie detector test that hasn't been confirmed. If it has, I'm not sure who took it or who administered it, or I'm pretty sure the sheriff's department, but like why and who. I tried looking when I got home, right? There hasn't been a specific person, or if it was done, that was just media just ran. I mean, they just went really fast to try to get to the sheriff's department with a possible rumor of somebody processing a lie detector or going through a lie detector test. So that could come out later tonight or tomorrow if it did indeed happen. Of course, you just can't tell the public everything. So the media is out there, man. They're on the move. I mean, all these media outlets are on the move. That's been another issue, but that's really a small issue. Why all the media is covering the case, why they're given access to be around the properties, and I mean that's coming a kind of
Crazy.
that's a smaller thing, but it has become a thing, right? So,
Mhm.
but hey, man, like it's become this huge case that everybody's really into it. And it's we're at day 18, day 18 now. Really quick, I know that some professionals are not calling this a profession, like not a, it looks like minor league, right? But sometimes the bigger dogs get smaller factions to do some work for them. Okay. So with the border thing and all that kind of thing, could it be cartel stuff? Hey, let me tell you something, man. I know from experience. Like some of the cartels are pretty smart, and they've gotten into things that you would be shocked by. So do not discount the border and the cartel. And if you want my honest opinion, if this lady is alive, she has to be being cared for by somebody. And if it's not here on this side of the border, it's easier to be, you could easily do it on the other side, because there's more than one and there's a group if she's alive, because she's got the medication, all that. And what do you get? The cheap medication. Where do you get that? And easy access to it.
Oh, over the border for sure.
And I've been telling you that for like since this thing started, or since the border thing started. I've been telling you that. The only way, to me, she's alive, she's on the other side, because they would be able to take care of her over there without having to worry about hiding and all this other stuff. I mean,
I was just about to say that.
Oh yeah, and you could get access to medication. She could be literally being taken care of without having to worry about noticing or being found or anything. Just if the ransom, if it is true, if it is a true ransom and she is being held, the only way she's alive is if she's on the other side of the border. But that's my opinion.
Yeah, and I wonder, I mean, here in the States, it's everywhere in the media. And if they cross the border, I wonder what kind of coverage her case is getting, because would it be as well known to people and whatever if this was the case? Or could they pretty much go undetected because it's not maybe being covered there as much? So they don't have to be as discreet and careful with her.
Yesterday, there was another really small tidbit here. There was movement yesterday at the neighbor's house, something about the neighbors being in the jewelry business. So, and I don't want to like put a lot of I don't want to say certain so as a suspect, because I don't want to be with that right now. So, because I know that there was, for late Friday night, there was a SWAT thing. Then they impounded a car, but all of that, I don't want to touch on that, because we don't really know we really don't have any certainty over what transpired there. And again, if today, this afternoon, they had somebody doing a lie detector test, I just want it to come out. I don't want to point any fingers. I want it to come out officially before we go anywhere in that direction. So, but they did. I think, was it yesterday? I think detectives showed back, FBI. They might have gone back to the neighbor's house, something about them building the jewelry business. The theory yesterday was, did they hit the wrong house and then they were stuck, and then they had to change the whole. They went a different direction with the whole. That was yesterday. Today is more about FBI talking to Mexican authorities. Maybe she crossed the border or that. So it's like this thing literally shifts, man. It pivots like different directions. And again, small factions in any criminal, criminal aspect of crime, any criminality, you have small factions doing the crimes for the bigger, for the bigger people. So that happens a lot. It's nothing new. It's been happening since the day, for a long time. So yeah, it's anything at this point, even with high command talking about it, retired high command, anything's possible. There's no one like set theory, basically.
Right. Can I ask a question back? I'm not as familiar with like the cartels as you are. I don't know much about them. If this did involve the cartels, I have in my mind that they would be a little bit on the sophisticated end with pulling this off more professionally than what was done or what appears to have been done. Because again, we don't know everything. Law enforcement should not release everything to the public. Do you, in your mind, do you see what I'm saying with that?
That's why I said it could have been a small faction. It could have gotten a smaller team, somebody that would have, just with anything, they could have just gotten somebody to do it. Yeah. And they didn't go perfect. Well, if you go back to the ransom letters, the people in the ransom letters keep saying, I don't want to sacrifice the information for myself. I'm going to need money to go here to get away. And they said, what does that sound to you like? Yeah, exactly. What does that sound? It sounds like like whoever posted it. Yeah, like a smaller crew, a smaller faction. That's what I'm calling it.
Yeah, Tony Stewart, 100%.
So, so it's this thing could go I'm just saying, the only way she's alive to me personally, I'm going to put it out there, is if she's on the other side, because of, again, they would be able to take care of her over there without having a big,
Yeah.
You could do it discreetly. You could take care of her discreetly in Mexico. Let's be honest.
Oh, 100%. Tony Stewart asked a question earlier on, and I have it marked because I didn't want to forget it. And I thought it was pretty good, hun. FBI trying to track.
Sorry, yes, yep. Go ahead.
Is that something that they can do?
Yeah, they keep doing it. It's supposed to. This is the crazy thing. So it's like a 2 mile. I don't know. I think it covers like a 2 mile radius or something. They have this. I forgot what it's called, but yeah, they give it a name. It was kind of really on Sunday. I believe it was Sunday when they did it. They didn't get a hit, nothing like that. It's they do a helicopter or whatever, right? And it scans. Apparently the pacemaker never shuts off.
Oh, interesting.
It never does. So that's but they've been trying, like, I'm not sure how often they do it, or how they're doing it, but yeah, that's still a possibility. But they haven't been able to get a read. They haven't been able to get a hit. Just like the DNA, no hit. So the next couple of days, we'll hear back about the genealogy stuff. If anything comes back, it could potentially lead to a big lead, right? Something that they could go off of more and get to work on. Start the investigators. Of course, you got the FBI and Sheriff's Department duly entitled to all those what is the number, 30,000 now leads and stuff. Yeah. So they're over 40,000 tips, leads. So there's a lot going in. Now I do have a surprise for you, and I don't think you know what I'm about to show you.
Are you a doll, and did you get me a coffee?
No, it's too late for coffee.
No, it's not.
But I will give you a little bit of drama.
Okay.
That's surviving the case. So we got. So Sheriff Chris, Nanos, he basically has been saying no, get it, shine away from the camera, not wanting to deal with the media, all of that, right? Well, look what we have here. I'm gonna post it. I want you to post it. So I'm gonna post it on the little thing, and I want you to show the viewers this, okay? So give me 1 second. This might shock you.
I'm intrigued.
Read that, Danny.
I can't.
Oh, you can't? Okay.
I can't.
Okay. So basically, the Pima County Sheriff's Department is now, or actually filmed 6 episodes of what is a TV show called Desert Law, and it's on A&E, and it came out, I believe it's in season 1. It debuted last month, and they follow around the deputies, like live, and detectives and all kinds of stuff.
Oh
They
my God.
have their own TV show on A&E.
Wow.
And it streams on Wednesdays at 9 o'clock Central, 10 o'clock Eastern Time. Follow the high intensity work of the Pima County Sheriff's Department.
Ooh, I have a lot to say about that. Okay, Shelley.
There you go.
This is really bad timing because the longer Nancy Guthrie is missing,
I bring you guys the information, man. I bring you information, Danny. There you go.
Wow.
And I've seen video of it. The deputies, and they're like, yeah, like I want to make my family proud. I'm going to be on TV, this and that. You're talking about a sheriff who did not was like, get the camera away, this and that. And look, they literally have 6 episodes of a season 1, and it's called Desert Law.
Do you know if Nanos is in the show?
I'm pretty sure he is.
Mm.
Well, I mean, he's the sheriff.
Beckham for the win.
Go check out the TV show, man. It's on A&E. You got YouTube TV or cable.
I'm leaving that to y'all in the chat if that's something you're interested in and want to report back. I'm glad Tuesday was canceled. Moonshiners was on last night. Tony Stewart, I feel nothing but love. Okay, so there's a few comments going back. That really stood out. I don't want to overlook it.
I'm in my head. I've gone over everything. I think I've covered everything to this point. I believe so. Yeah, I don't think I've left anything out. I have one more thing to say, but if you're gonna go back to the comments, it'll come up.
Okay, yeah. Wolf says, apparently just because someone is cleared, that doesn't mean they are cleared forever. I watched a former officer say that. Absolutely.
Right,
and we've seen that with how many cases where people.
But I don't want to name anybody. But
yeah, no.
There's a lot of names. I'm not saying any names.
Wolf is right.
I'm gonna let them actually name somebody and make it official before you and I discuss that.
100%.
Yeah.
Kind of like people tromping through COD. I'm gonna give you a star for that one. Statistically speaking, K-Dog, you are absolutely right.
Yep.
Let's see. This is one of the strangest cases ever. K-Dog, absolutely. I don't think any of us expected it to be going this long.
Every day, I'm just like, I'll be like at work. I'll be like, I have it in the background like a radio. I listen to the radio, and I'm like, cool, it's another day.
And every day there's a little
bit.
It's not
funny. I'm just saying it's just like another day, like new info coming out.
I can't even my heart breaks for her family, breaks. I think she's long gone and they only took the body to hide evidence. Possibility. Did someone in the Guthrie family a bad deal with Mexican cartel? Everyone got released Friday night. We did see that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
All that happened after we got off the show.
I know, which it's like every few hours there's something. But none of it's, I feel like the next sticking point to closeness. The more variables that are brought up, the more I think that it was a simple incident. Interesting.
And it could have been. It could have just been a kidnapping. Let's keep it simple. Sometimes we just kind of blow things up. Hey, kidnapping. They took her. They're getting lucky with everything about not being found yet. Like I said, the professionals have said they don't think that this crew, you want to call it a crew, right? One person or a crew are not sophisticated and pros, but they're just getting lucky. Well, if they're getting lucky, They're on day 18, about to be day 19.
Beckham shouldn't be star eligible. Did I give him a star in the chat accidentally? Because I assure you I wouldn't have given it. Oh, now I need to scroll back. If I accidentally gave okay. I only gave these two, James Watson and Clifford Crawford. I did not give Beckham himself a star.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to double check I'm not missing anything. Clifford, we use similar technology to track MAC address broadcasting in Iraq and Afghanistan. Should head to accessing computer remotely. We, in fact, have FBI folks doing it for us.
I have an update real quick that
go ahead, Beckham.
So now, today, Google has offered to help. They did. I'm sorry. This is one of the points. Okay, this might be a hot tip that Google is helping out with. Somebody did a research of Nancy Guthrie's address and her daughter's income on Google. So Google might be helping the FBI right now. Their IT people with the FBI analysts, all that. This is where we got it from. This is where the the IP address came. All of that, right? That might be going on behind the scenes. We don't know yet. And
do you know if that search would have had to have happened before?
Now, again, if Google, that's the thing, man. Like, do you need to get permission to get that information? You want to make sure you get all this information the right way too.
Correct.
So even if Google's willing to give it to you, you still got to get it the right way. So if you're having to wait on those warrants and things like that to get the info and all that, but so that's happening. That could be happening. Also, Meta is also helping, like Facebook. I mean, all the social sites, they're offering help. Apple is on it too. Maybe the phones, right? Your iPhones and all that kind of. Again, you got to get permission. I believe even if they offer it, you still have to be willing to get it the right way. But they're willing to help. So that's happening right now. That's earlier or a couple hours ago that was official. Google's helping with that search. Meta and Apple are also helping with information. So maybe they can get that. Something could come from that quicker than the genealogy stuff. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was just going to bring up the genealogy stuff. I just wanted to reiterate that these companies, all of these separate entity companies, do not have to turn over anything to law enforcement. There are some databases that are specific for if you want that information to
more about that
turned over, but not all of them are. So again, like Beckham has been saying and stressing, the importance of making sure it's done through the proper channels and done legally, because if this gets to court, and any defense attorney is still going to battle anyway.
Oh yeah.
But you don't want to give them you're right, toss all the evidence type of thing.
You gotta get a search warrant. Make sure you do it the right way, because that's already been noticed, right?
Yep.
Which the crime scene and all that, and people in and out.
Which in my mind, Beckham, and I know I'm just kind of thinking long term right now, but the evidence they got from the crime scene, if they got it after the crime scene was released, technically that should be most likely inadmissible. So then, therefore, does any of let's say it does ping on something genealogical, does that therefore later on get tossed because the evidence you got you should not have gotten? You know what I mean? There's all these lines.
Yeah.
Possibility. But law enforcement has to do what they have to do at this point. Let's see. Well, I've read a thing that authorities can't legally force you to use a password for your phone and computer, but if you use your Face ID for your password, you lose your right to not open your device. Face ID. I don't use Face ID, so that's honestly way beyond my expertise. Do you know that answer, Beckham, or not sure?
Let me read the comment again. Only if if you're being questioned, you got to be being questioned, and if you pretty much acknowledge you can give the information, but there's also there's also a form that they can get you to sign that they have your password, because I think you only have a certain amount, a window of time before it locks itself, and it gives the federal authorities the ability to go in there and change the settings to where they can get access to your phone. So so I might have said too much, but
Secret, and this is why this man is the king. Oh, sorry, self-proclaimed king of crime con. Feds have been breaking laws for decades.
no, it's not that. But they gotta have a before they can do anything. They just can't grab somebody's phone. They gotta be able to do it the right way. Being, talking to somebody or interviewing somebody, questioning, that kind of thing. And there's an actual form that they can get you to sign. and gives them authorization to go through, have the phone in their custody, because it will lock out after a certain time, but it allows them to go into the settings and change it to where it's available to them, so they can keep going through your device legally.
This, not just about the phone, but just in general, I've been seeing a lot of, I try not to read comments on stuff like posts, because I just feel it's a lot of back and forth arguing with people nowadays online. But there really is a mix of like, why, someone's life is at stake. Why can't they just do this or do that? And then the complete opposite of more so what Beckham is saying is there's laws, there's this and that. So
all of that's going on.
It has to be.
That's going on. It's in the back. You just don't know. The search warrants, all of that stuff. It's going on. Trust me. They have to catch. FBI has to catch up, man. Remember, they're having and actually, you know what? It might have been a good thing that the FBI came in. Hold on. Let's talk about this. It might have been a good thing that the FBI came in on the back end, because they had to catch up, and they might have been doing everything the right way. Not initially how confused you know what I mean? The confusion of the crime scene and possible contamination of the crime scene initially. So while the FBI coming in and having the federal jurisdiction and all that, they're doing it the right way and coming back on the back end, which could potentially help the case down the road with a potential arrest and suspect and an arrest, and then prosecution.
Agreed. There was another comment. Zuckerberg.
I saw that. That was pretty good. That is good.
You're right. You're right,
man. He's offering help. He's offering help.
I mean, does it benefit him? Yes, it does. But
sure, of course, it makes everybody look. It makes everybody look good.
Yeah,
and that's what everybody's gonna try to get. Hey, man, I'm telling you, everybody's trying to be the better person in this case now. Now that it's got the limelight. Now that we found out the Desert Law is a prime time show on Wednesday night.
I can't believe you didn't.
I didn't want to say anything.
We went live.
I know. I was like, I wanted to surprise you. Again, for the people that are just coming in.
Oh, let me put it back up for those that missed it.
The Pima County Sheriff's Department literally has their own TV show, like Cops, basically like Cops. It just dropped, I think, last month. Season 1, 6 episodes. And it said, hold on, I gotta see what it says, because it says follows the high intensity work of the Pima County Sheriff's Department.
Well, that's a good question. Is it live like?
It's like Cops. Yes, it's like, it looked to be like Cops. I saw kind of a preview. It looked to be like Cops.
Wow.
And this was shocking, coming from the sheriff that doesn't again, he doesn't apparently doesn't like the cameras and all this and that, when they have their own TV show. Like, seriously, this thing just keeps getting more wild and it's unfortunate, because you have this 84-year-old grandmother and we don't know where she is.
Yeah.
And like I said, again, I'm gonna give my opinion to the best. Let's say the only way she's alive, because of her medication and her health, and there was blood at the crime scene, is she has to be being cared for. If this suspect or small faction that I'm gonna call a small faction of criminals, if they were doing the work for somebody else or something, they might have messed it completely up. But the only way she's alive is if they have a body that's taking care of her. They have somebody taking care of her.
Yeah.
That's the only way she's alive.
I
Only
completely
way.
agree. I completely agree. Zach asks, where can we watch this show?
Right there on A&E, buddy.
Wow. Because I would have thought that the press conference that the sheriff did was his very first one. And I'm like, really not.
No, apparently he did. I'm pretty sure he's all over this series. Hey, look at me. We are the Pima County Sheriff's Department. We have a high intensity TV show.
Oh my God. Yeah, one of the podcasts I listened to that had like retired FBI agents kind of talking about this case. I think it was Real Crime Profile. It's one of the ones with Jim Clemente. I am subscribed to every single thing that man does. He's just brilliant. And him and his co-hosts were going in on how the sheriff handled this, his press conference, and it was going in on him in a not good way, but in a way that needed to be said.
I'm gonna drop hold on, let's stay on the show real quick. I'm gonna drop something real quick. I want you to, if you want to read it for everybody. Hold on, give me 1 second.
Yeah. Bert, there's a story about desert law in the Hollywood Reporter today. Oh boy. Bert, I'm very, very curious. So it's not a reenactment. I know. Wolf, my mind is just like, wow.
Here is the show description, Danny. Give it a read.
Ooh, okay. About the show,
I want you to add like umph to it.
Okay. All right. Acting skills at work here. When the blistering Arizona sun finally sets over Tucson's Sonoran Desert. That was so Boston. Yeah. Desert. The temperature drops and the crime rises. With elite access to one of the largest sheriff's departments in America, Desert Law follows the high-intensity work of the Pima County Sheriff's Departments, its patrol deputies, DUI unit, and night detectives.
Oh my God.
As they cover more than 9,000 square miles of rugged terrain, taking on the trouble that thrives after dark. Ooh, like Danny after dark? Okay. Immersed in the pressure and danger of policing the desert night, the series captures a world where the spirit of the Old West still lingers, and the fight for order never ends. I'd like my Academy Award, please.
I don't even know what to say.
Wow.
And you heard it first on any podcast, is right here on Danny After Dark.
Wow.
The description alone covers this case.
Wow. Desert. All right, Zach. Okay. I know.
Dude, that description alone covers this entire case. Do you want to go back over it and what in particulars cover the case?
Well, the night detectives covering 9,000 square miles of rugged terrain, taking on the trouble that thrives after dark. It's making it sound so...
It's almost like it's covering the case, immersed in the pressure of danger of policing the desert night.
But they, like, I feel like this was set to be like, yeah, we bust some kids doing some shit out in the desert at night. Like, let's it could be dangerous. No, like, what's happening right now, we're in this area, is
It's
really, really
almost
bad.
good point. You know what it reminded me of, and I was gonna bring this up. Uvalde. Like they portray this picture
That's an excellent reference.
of what they can and they're able to do, but when the shit hits the fan, what happened?
Yeah, I that's a very good
That's what I was
connotation.
thinking today when I found out. That's exactly what I was thinking today.
It's easy to act when a certain way when your show and it's being, it's not scripted, but like there's things that can be cut
Sure,
out.
of course. Yeah.
This is playing what happened to Nancy Guthrie. This is being played live for the world to see, not just the United States, but for the world to see how the local law enforcement is handling this. And everything thus far is not handled very good, including a press conference. I'm sorry, but as a sheriff, it really was like, have you not done this before? Even if a simple, I cannot answer that at this time, it's an active investigation. That's all you have to say if you don't know the answer or whatnot. The answers he gave were atrocious. And it blows my mind that they have a TV show with their experts showing what they, look, come on.
Danny, you're one of the first podcasts to cover it today.
Wow.
I know that, there's bigger.
No, Beckham, this is all you. In fact, there is going to be a spinoff, and James Watson has already laid the foundation. Let me get my voice ready. Desert Law, a gripping drama covering young Deputy Beckham as he tracks down parking felons and braves the state's most vulnerable criminals, soccer moms, as he hands out tickets.
That show could go any direction.
Literally. You're gonna get a star for that.
I think Bert. Where's his name? Bert is in the chat, right? Yeah, Bert 126. That's the Bert we we hung
out at Spawn.
We hung out. Yeah. It was funny because I was like, hey man, look, here's my knife. Him and I were sitting kind of close to each other, and I said to him, look, I brought a knife, and he's like, oh, you think that's he literally pulled the Crocodile Dundee scene on me. He's like, oh yeah, mate, you think that's a knife? And he raises his pant. He's got his cowboy boots, and he busts out this big ass knife, and I'm like, oh shit. You think that's a knife? Here, look at this knife.
Bert made
that was funny, man. That was pretty good. I thought
so quickly, and I loved it.
I thought I had one over Bert.
Oh God, no. Shout out to Bert. Amazing when we got to hang out with him at Spawn Ranch, and just like such a cool guy. Like absolutely.
Yeah, man. He's been on like movie sets and stuff. He's been like I want to say he's credited. I think he's credited on a lot of like movies and TV shows and horses and all that kind of stuff. So he's lived a little bit of Hollywood. He's lived the Hollywood life.
And he's also credited with an important role, the most important one of his life, which I would consider the fact that he was there and got to see you tumble down the hill at Spawn Ranch.
I don't think he saw me slide down the thing.
Yeah, don't fuck with Bert. You cannot pull one over on him. You might be able to do that to everyone here in the chat and be like, oh, don't worry, everybody. I tumbled. I slid. It was just a little tumble or a little slide. No.
Let's get back to the case, Danny. I literally broke news here. Get back to the case.
FBI needs to eavesdrop on Danny's phone. I
thought about Danny. I had an idea earlier. Danny was like, no, leave it alone. Because you literally talked. You were like, no, don't do it.
Yeah, like certain searches.
Yeah,
I mean, everybody right now, a lot of people are searching a lot of things Nancy Guthrie, let's be honest. But it's one of those, with that being said, is our search stuff.
Well, yeah,
monitored?
Google right now
Absolutely.
is FBI and Google are teaming up to get who did the search.
Your girlfriend doesn't even have your back. What do you have to say about this?
I slid. She wasn't even there. She don't know nothing. You are not credible source, Shelly.
I'm giving her a star because I say she is.
In a court of law, that would even make it.
In a court of law in Boston, it would stand because
it wouldn't even be
corruption all over
made.
the place here.
Thank you, Virginia Wolf. I slid like a baseball player. I literally went into like sliding mode, and I slid down like I was sliding in the second after stealing the base.
Video evidence says otherwise. And I believe you might get timed out, Virginia Wolf. All right, so let's wind this one down. Beckham, thank you so much for recapping everybody on what's happened, because so much has happened since Friday. And yeah, a lot of people have, a lot of questions, and we're right there. We're right there with everyone. Like I said earlier.
So hey man, like on a serious note, this thing could be moving along. They're going to be waiting for the genealogy stuff if they get a hit on that. Also, you have the internet powers that be helping now as of this afternoon, giving extra whatever help they can the right way, right? Legally the right way. Providing information. We mean Google, Meta, which is Twitter, any social media app, and then Apple also helping with that, making it quicker. You can get all the search warrants you want, but hey, if you're literally if that entity is saying here after you get the do it the right way, it's right here. Here you go. You know how fast that is, man. It's pretty. I mean, it moves really quick. Okay, so let's kind of be on the positive side of hoping they do get a hit on any touch touch DNA or whatever DNA they might have on that independent stuff. But we'll see in the next couple of days or tomorrow. Something could blow up tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
tonight
we have done a few. I mean, it's been 18 days. We've done a couple of shows now. Or even Friday, we ended our show. And then, I think I'm, getting ready for bed, and Beckham's blowing up my phone. This just happened. This happened while we were live.
That was
and it's
crazy, man.
Oh my God. Let's see.
We could go into a few names, but I don't want to.
No,
we
don't
want
to do that.
Right.
Bert made a comment. Beckham, you would have made a couple of hundred for that fall if it was
whatever, man.
Bert, you're getting a star, and you're getting the star for the week.
It was a slide, y'all. It was not a fall.
Beckham, you might be able to fool Wolf says he believes you. You might be able to pull one over on Wolf. You can't pull one over on Bert. Remember that.
That was funny, Bert. That's a good one.
Oh, I love that. That's like my favorite comment of the night. We need a 3-hour Friday show. I mean,
oh man, I don't know.
Possible.
We'll see. We'll see by Friday what's happening. At least you guys are caught up now. Hey, some of y'all check that. Hey, y'all have A&E. Check it out. Let us know how good it is.
Yes.
At 6 episodes.
Yep. Tony Stewart, I'm looking at you specifically, hun. But yeah, anybody, if you are interested in watching that and reporting back to us on Friday.
Yeah, let's message Danny on Instagram or whatever.
Yeah, please, definitely. Wolf, that's funny you asked that. I've been researching that a little bit for Friday. So stay tuned. I don't know enough right now. I'm legit in the middle of reading my stuff on it. So I don't want to say something and then read the next sentence of research and be like, oh, I was totally wrong. But stay tuned. Because he's on the docket. Oh, you weren't even padded up.
You guys are jerks.
Another star.
You guys are jerks.
Oh yeah, Wolf. Oh, that is going to be a major one we talk about as this unfolds for sure. All right, everyone. Well, thank you again for joining us for tonight's episode as we kind of recap Nancy Guthrie, this case, the updates, the questions, the what has happened. And we will continue to do that. Thank you again, Beckham, for leading the show and for your time and research on this case, because yeah, there's a lot to it. So we will see everybody on Friday for True Crime and Chill. And everyone, remember, in the meantime, we don't live in darkness. Darkness lives in us. Bye, everyone.